Okay, so welcome. Here we go. This is our recording of our lab. I do not have the calendar updated right now, but this is the 13th and it's 11 o'clock, so it's our Monday lab. And our topic this week is actually getting a complete reading. So let me show you. I've got the image up over here of one of them. And you can see that my readings aren't quite zeroed in. So you've already figured out how to line up the sight and look through the lens to get the reticle. There we go. And adjust the focus. Then we adjust the focus. And then we fine tune right across here to get ourselves kind of in the ballpark. And what that does is it gets us over to here where we're pretty close. Now what we want to do is get this thing really finely adjusted. And so we want these two little lines we in the past you know, well, that's about 120 or 198 and 27 minutes. We're going to get a little closer now. We're going to adjust this knob up here on the upper right until that 20 is right in between the double line of the degrees. And you're going to see that that makes this adjust up here to be a fine-tune number. Okay, so now instead of just saying, "Yep, that's about it," we're gonna get close with our main knob, and then we're gonna take our second knob, which is up on the top on the side, and adjust it so that the two lines on the degrees bracket the 10 or the 20 or the 30 or the 40 in the horizontal. And you'll see that as we do that, that gives us a finer adjustment on the gives us a finer adjustment on our azimuth. So that's what we're going to look at. Then we're going to take our last one, and I'm going to go ahead and mute you, Nicholas, just really quickly. There we go. We're going to take our adjustment on our vertical now finally. So your vertical should be at either 0 or 90 or 100 or 270. Okay, 0 is pointing straight down and 90 is perfectly level for your sight. So we have to find out how to make this vertical one up here. The vertical, let me make sure yep. My vertical has to get so that the double line is right on 90. Okay, so I want the 90 on the 0, 0. Now, this knob down here that you see pushes this forward and back, and it raises and lowers the level, or raises and lowers the pitch on your sight. So you're going to use the knob that you see right here to get this perfect. Now, if you run out of room, you have to back it off to the middle and you have to readjust it by hand to get it close so that you can get this knob here. So you're going to have your degrees using your fine adjust to get the two little lines around one of the minute numbers. Then you'll be able to read this one very, very well, your minutes and seconds that you tag on to it. And then we need the elevation. And we just need to get that to 90 as best you can, right into 90, bracketing the 0. Okay? Now, we'll talk about actually reading the rod next week. We're just going to be practicing looking at the rod, making sure that we can see the number and the reticle where it's crossing at. Hey there, Eric. I've got a thing going on it. We're talking about this, but I'll go over it again once more for you when they go out. So again, it's all of this just to get your number right. We're not even reading the number yet, right? So all of this setup that we do, setting the tripod, leveling the tripod, getting everything just right, just right, just right, is all so that we can get one very good reading. And we're not even taking the reading yet. We're just making sure that all of our levels are set right and our readings are set right. Okay? So, Leah and Nicholas, do you have any questions on that before I send you out to give it a try?
Only when I actually get out there, I might have a couple
Okay,
questions.
well, I'll be out there in a few minutes. Yep, and I love this idea of taking the image and with your camera, and then we can really dissect it. We can really say what's going on with it, and you've got it right or you don't have it right. And for those of you who are doing this online, I'm going to be asking the group that's here to take a whole bunch of images and then post their readings so that you guys can pull them off and see if they're right. Okay, so that's the our other goal for those that are taking readings is to every time save it and post it to me, save it and post it to me. And you can either email them or put them on Discord or something like that. But I want as many of these photos as we can get so that I can start, putting them up for the people that are not able to be here. Because the readings do look a little different than in the simulators, right? Those of you who are going to be working on simulators, I'll be actually asking you to place rods and get simulations this week. If you'll notice, the calendar is not completed yet. So there we go. Okay, so Leah Nicholas, any other questions? Go ahead and go up and set up outside. I'll put the rods up in a little bit, but you can be leveling up. Eric, I'll go over for you. I'm going to turn the recording off because I've got it.